Hi friend, how are you doing? So the video this week I wanted to share with you a little bit of this book I've been reading, The Charisma Myth, and it talks about tips, tricks of charisma. What is charisma? It is defined as a compelling charm to inspire devotion in others. When you think about charisma, you think a lot about these really big superstar leaders like Bill Clinton, Steve Jobs, or even Stalin. So I want to share 4 really simple tips on how to be charismatic. So tip number 1 is to listen more. Big part of charisma is not just about exuding who you are into the world, but also absorbing people by opening up our ears to listen. A simple tip the book states is to pause before speaking, giving some time for the other person to add on, to deepen their thoughts. When people have an opportunity to speak and to be heard, they are able to open themselves up for us to connect with their innermost self. Tip number 2, very simple. What are we already doing right now? Focusing on each other. For myself, I have this habit of looking off into the side as I think through what I want to say. A big opportunity to practice here is to hold a gaze, not just as we listen, but as we speak to another person. Sometimes I also see the person I'm talking to look off into the distance as they are distracted. Avoid looking off into the distance. To draw yourself back into the conversation, maybe talk about what other things are catching your senses. And then we explain to the other person what is happening with your senses as you look distracted. Tip number 3 is to mirror, is to develop empathy with the person that you're speaking to by mimicking what they're doing with their body. Psychologically, when our emotions, our motions, everything is being mirrored back to us, we start believing that we are in a very safe environment. And another trick is to not mirror as soon as possible. It is a little bit strange if we're mirroring every single thing. Is there a moment of delay that we can add into our mirroring exercise? And the last bonus tip along the lines with all my other videos, be more mindful. If we catch ourselves being distracted and our attention is all over the place, a big tip, feel every sensation that is going through our body at the moment during the conversation so that we can bring ourselves back to the present moment and become more attentive in the conversation. These things are not rocket science. Being charismatic is not changing our personality, but really becoming more attentive with the other person in our conversation. With that, we can all be more charismatic with everyone around us. If you like this video, hit the like, give me some hearts. I love you all so very much. I hope your day can be a little bit more mindful. And I'll talk to you all later. Bye!